Oliver, today we're talking about Bob Diamond in the news. Lots of shrieking, lots of yelling, lots of calling for his head. Lex is the champion of the rational investor. What do we think of it all?
Well, he's certainly a high-profile chief executive and he's never out of the headlines. But behind the headlines, he's actually done a reasonably good job at Barclays. He's done what a shareholder might want him to do. He's got a strategic plan to close or sell or improve underperforming businesses over the next few years. He wants to improve the bank's return on equity from about 7% to about 13%. That's going to take a while, much longer than he'd hoped. But nevertheless, it's the right kind of thing. And over time, that should result in improved shareholder returns.
So operationally, he's doing the right things. The strategy's probably right. He's meant to be, good guy, motivational guy. He's been very successful at Barclays Capital over the years. But is he the right guy for this very political, populist, reactive environment that we're in at the moment?
Well, that's the very tough question, because for all his operational achievements and what he's managed to do at the bank, it's a very political situation at the moment. We've had David Cameron talking about it today, George Osborne, Ed Miliband. Everyone wants to jump on this bandwagon. And it's particularly difficult at a time when the public wants its bankers to be quiet and contrite. They want them to get on with the job, rebuild their banks, not make too much of a fuss, certainly not require any more taxpayer money. Yeah, Bob Diamond's the one who sits in front of the select committee and defends bankers' bonuses. And he's in charge of a bank that can attract the wrong type of headlines, not just the libel probe, but also over bonuses and also over tax avoidance. He's the kind of person who's a magnet for what is, for Barclays, quite bad publicity at the moment.
And if you look at the share price since he joined, it's fallen quite a long way. It's underperformed its peers. It's even underperformed its US peers. The ultimate arbiter is the share price. So my question to you is he helping or ultimately hurting the share price now, do you think?
I think at the moment he's hurting the share price. The shares are down 10, 11% today in the wake of all the political fury over the LIBOR scandal. But it's not just this. I think over the long term, people will look at Barclays and say, is Bob Diamond a reason to own the shares or to sell the shares? And I think it's more the latter than the former.
Yes, and if that's the conclusion, many CEOs have gone for a lot less than that. So thank you very much.
Absolutely.